So would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Isla.
Hello,
Hi.
Isla.
Hi, I'm Max.
Hello, Max.
Hi, I'm John.
Hi, John.
Hi, I'm Isaac.
Hello, Isaac.
Hi, I'm Faris.
Hi, Faris.
Hi, I'm Zach.
Hi, Zach.
Hi, I'm Emma.
Hi, Emma.
Hi, I'm Rory.
Hi, Rory.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
Hi, Jamie. And Faris, do you want to tell me a little bit about your plan?
Yeah, so we had the walls around it, and then we had 3 bits of farmland outside. We had a log ship, a river, another river here. We had the forge, and a slate hut here. We had some more farmland, a log house, and some houses.
Very good. And what scale were you working to there? I can see one at the top, I think.
It's a 0.5 equals 1 million.
Okay, so that's half a centimetre.
Yeah.
Equals 1 metre. So 1 square then.
Yeah, 1 square is.
Okay, okay. Very good, very good. And when you started your build, did you change much then from your original plan?
Yes, we did. So, we had the farmland. We had originally had the farmland in 3 parts, but then we changed it all into 1 part. And then that river doesn't. These rivers, there's only 1 river beside it, and it's the ocean. And there's a river just along the farmland, and the river
Okay.
with the longship on it.
Okay, okay. We'll talk a bit more when we look at our settlement. Very good, thank you.
This is our Viking village. This is a bird's eye view. We are now going to take you for a walk through it.
So here's our entrance, and yeah, we're walking through here. This is the back view.
Jimmy, what happened to a lot of the original buildings in the village?
We took most of them down because they were too tall. They were too tall, and the Vikings wouldn't make the houses that tall.
Okay,
We've left 2 of them. So yeah.
okay.
So here we're just walking in to see the longhouse that I built. As we walk through, there's a dining room here, or dining table, and there's a big fire here. The cobblestone is to catch the smoke and to bring it out. Yes. Got a few chests here, nothing in there. A couple beds around the place. Here's my advert poem about the raid of Lindisfarne. Let's take a read. Silently the Viking sailed up to the shore. Viciously the Viking crept up to the monastery. Unmercifully he roared, "Hell and Thor!" Quickly he charged at the village. Relentlessly, he destroyed the village and monastery. Sneakily, he stole valuable treasure. Roughly, he took monks as slaves. Horribly, he slaughtered animals for a feast. Cruelly, he burnt down the village. Victoriously, he sailed back to Scandinavia.
Very good, Jimmy.
Let me just put this away here. Well, that's pretty much the longhouse. Let's go on to the next thing. Here we have a stable with quite a few horses. I've named them.
Who built the stable?
I,
Very good, Isla. Very good. And it's just a little bit of
some
farming.
crops, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I done the path. Here.
You linked up all the
Emma's
houses then.
house. Yeah.
Okay. Emma, you built that?
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. What did you make it out of?
I made it out of wood and oak logs.
Where are we going now?
This is the dining hall.
Everyone needs a spare dining room.
Me and
This is
Jamie,
for the main feast.
me and Jamie did the roof.
Okay. So you've got some farming.
Well, this is now Emma's house. That one.
You've got some farmland inside and outside. What was the thinking behind that?
Well, there's nowhere.
on now.
That was my Edgar poem, but you can read it later.
On night of Emma's house, that's her horse here.
There's all your horses. Very good. Who built the defensive walls?
That
Me
was
and
They're brilliant.
John.
me and Zach made the chieftain's house.
Okay.
We put lots of rich stuff like gold, but we didn't mean to put like 64 in.
Okay.
So yes,
And what's the floor made of? It's different to everyone else's floor.
made out of hay bales.
Okay.
That's the chieftain's house. In here, it's still our house.
My activity was to write a Viking diary entry showing and understanding the life of a Viking girl. Diary of a Viking girl. Morning. Yawn. I'm so tired. I would have stayed in bed a little longer, but I have things to do today. Favre and the other warriors come home tonight, so we must give them a warm welcome. We've got to prepare a huge feast to thank those brave Norsemen for heroically raiding the Lindisfarne monastery. They'll probably come home with their hands full of treasure, which we can trade for food. Speaking of food, I need to get some breakfast before I start working. It is, as usual, porridge. It's alright, but it starts to get a bit boring after the first week. Still, any food is welcome, seeing as our crops were horrible this year. That's why we raid. All the warriors risk their lives. Some of the villages we raid are pretty fierce, for the good of our village. They must be fearless. Breakfast is over now. We're starting to prepare the deer. Deer guts are disgusting, but I've grown accustomed to them by now. Everything has to be perfect for the feast tonight. Mother's giving me the job of skinning the deer. I do so, and she congratulates me on it. Midday. The deer is finished. When I was slicing up the few crops that actually grew in time for harvest. I'm working on the loom though. Mother says Favre will need some repairs in his clothes, so I'm weaving some cloth for him. Weaving isn't that hard, and I've been practicing since I was 5 years old. It looks like everything's ready now. I can't wait to see Favre again. Evening, the warriors trooped off the longship, and I was glad to see that Favre had not perished in the raid. We led them into the longhouse. They were very happy to see food on the table. As we sat down to eat, they started to tell sagas of their incredible bravery, of how they snuck up on the unsuspecting monks, how they stole their treasure, killed those unwilling to be a slave, and kidnapped those who were. We all listened in awe at the tale they had to tell and gasped in wonder as they showed us the trophies of the battle, including a golden cross, about 180 coins, and many other amazing things. Their next raid, they said, would bring even more fortune to the village. Because they had now understood the behaviour of their victims, they said they would go raid another village in a month or two. We all went back to our huts happy that night, well fed and minds ablaze with the stories we had been told. Today was a great day, and I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings. John was very kind and built a nice house for me to keep my stuff in. Vikings very few can really read or write in that time, so generally you wouldn't really have diary entries.
So it was more. What kind of culture we used that? What was the fruit?
Oral.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, here's one of the houses that we kept that came with it. We left the top floor because we thought it was okay. Yeah, that's pretty much the house. So there's a lot of houses here, and
I see. Now these were just little villager houses that you built, were they?
yeah,
Yeah, I remember this in the plan. Yeah. Okay.
quite a few of them.
Yeah.
I built the path
Here's
to
the
them.
forge. Oh,
And we've a couple. Well, we've a couple. What are these, John? Did you build those?
Well, I built them to represent gods that the Vikings would worship,
Oh, very good. Okay.
like Thor, Odin, or Loki.
So the houses we just visited are for the Vikings living in the village, just usually.
This is my house, and here's my descriptive writing of a Viking berserker. Long red hair stained with blood, blue wall paint painted beneath his eyes. It has so many layers it nearly stains. Holes in his iron helmet to see through, and an iron rod down the middle. A bronze sword as long as a desk, and an axe as sharp as a butcher's knife. He is very small, and in the village wears a leather tunic. He has a sister, 2 brothers, and 3 children. 2 of them are girls, the other one is a boy. He fights in wars for fame, land, and for the fun of it. He is brutal, fearsome, and bloodthirsty. He wants to kill as many people as possible. He will kill anyone in his path. Dislikes rival chieftains, stubborn slaves, competition for chieftain. Likes barely anything. So, here's more parts made by Isaac.
Yep.
Okay.
Here is the pit house that I made.
Excellent. And
The chest.
do you have a plan for that, Jimmy?
Oh yes. I do.
Okay. Yeah, I'll show it up on the screen. That's good. So Jessica, what is it you're working on?
I'm working on my pit house, which I'm nearly finished with.
And how have you been working on that?
So I've been clicking onto the video that I was shared with on Google Classroom. Then I've been going back and forth onto that, filling out it on Minecraft.
Very good. And what is this then?
So the sheet is our blueprints that we've been working on through the weeks, and it shows the front view, the top view, and the side view, which I have.
That's pretty much the inside.
I made the walls.
So the defensive walls, yeah, there's a lot of work went into those. What
I made this up.
what height were they, Rory?
They were actually 10 metres, but we shortened them both 7 to 10, and we shortened them down to 4.
Okay.
So this is all about our investigation on ships. We used to plan to make it in multi-link. It was very big, and it took us a long time.
So, Obi, you want to tell me a bit about your boat here?
Well, we did research about these long ships for the map, and we measured them out to see the length and the width of them.
Very good. Isaac?
We copied the blueprint off this piece of sheet where it is bird's eye view, side view, and front view.
Excellent. Okay. Jimmy?
We had to use blue tubes because we ran out of lines, and we had to reinforce the mast because the sea was falling over. So, yeah.
What size is the mast on the blueprint?
1 metre wide.
Okay.
We had to make it 3 metres wide at the bottom so it wouldn't fall over.
Right. Okay. Okay. Did you come across any other problems when you were building it?
Well, we had built a bit of it, and then it collapsed when I was away doing something, and then my teammates helped me and rebuilt it, and then we continued from where we were on
Brilliant. Okay. Good job, boys. Well done.
And we did a homework on Google Classroom to research how long and how wide they are. They are usually 30 metres long and 5 metres wide.
We copied a video about the bird's eye view and how to build it.
I made these lovely models of Vikings going into war.
And here we have a couple chests with some armour in them.
I put the armour in.
And what's going on here?
So this was a plan. It was our first plan that we did on the long ship, which we built in the playground with cones. We had different people at different positions to measure how the width and the length of the long ship.
We tried our best to make it symmetrical.
Oh, very good. And what measuring instruments did you use?
We used trundle wheels, meter sticks, and that's it.
Very good. Very good. What's that, Jimmy?
That was my original sail design, but it was too complicated, so I went for a simpler design.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Who's that on the ship?
A man going ready to go
that's-
to war.
So these chests all have
Armour.
armor. Very good.
Yes,
Okay.
armour.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Because everyone needs a spare piece bits of armor, especially in
Just
Cold
like
War.
spare diamonds.
Well, there's yeah, we need spare diamonds.
Absolutely.
Viking with no diamonds.
Very good.
So
Okay, so just moving away from. Oh, sorry, Roy. Moving away from the boat, and this is what?
So here's the farming land that we planted, and this is Charlotte cooking some leeks and bacon, which the Eco Council. Well, we planted the leeks last year, and we pulled them out this year, and we cooked them and had them on bread with butter, and it was very nice.
And leek and bacon sandwiches are a traditional Viking food.
Okay. Sandwiches?
Well, not really.
No sandwiches.
Okay.
We did a fair test with sand, soil, and
Acidic soil?
acidic soil. We put the same amount of water in them, and we put tap water bottle over one of them to see what would happen when it was really hot.
It had to be a fair test, so we put the same amount of soil or sand in, and over the next week or so we tested it and saw what would happen.
And we added vinegar to one or two of them to see how that would affect them growing.
Okay.
To maybe help it more acidic or something.
Excellent. Okay.
So we planted wheat and carrots. But there are many things in Minecraft that you can plant, but not all of them were from the Viking times.
For instance, beetroots or, well, potatoes and pumpkins.
Okay.
If we come over here, we see my smokehouse. I added cobwebs for an effect. If we come inside, you can obviously see that I had fire. I also attached ropes to the side, put some things on the ground, and made it look like a real smokehouse.
And why did you build it so far out of the village?
Because it was to keep all the smoke out of the village and in that one place.
Okay. Excellent.
Here are my walls again.
So we're looking around the walls.
Very good. And they were a large part of the walls had. Max, did you build something, or you built a defensive trench?
Yeah. So I built a trench 1 meter deep because it would help if they were getting attacked.
Okay, but you only built it on the steeper banks and not the sort of south side. I noticed that.
Yes.
Okay. Let's maybe see if we go around the wall here.
Very far around the wall.
Yeah. So this was the bit where it was downhill, so you felt they were coming uphill, so this was quite safe. But at the other side, where there was a downslope, we thought a trench was more important. So here it is.
You also cleared away all the trees, didn't you?
I cleared all the trees also because you could very easily get ambushed from the trees.
Okay, very good.
And that's pretty much our village. Let's just have one quick last look at it.
From up high. Great
Oh,
effort,
that's
boys
glory.
and girls.
And that
Well
is
done,
from,
everyone.
With
One more. We have one more thing to look at, I believe.
Flower.
So now we're going to see something. We're going to see our version of the Gristle tree, which, as you can see, is made out of the colours of the rainbow.
They're wooden blocks, Jimmy. You were telling me.
But it was like a proper tree made out with carpet.
Okay.
So if
To
you
make
go
the rainbow effect. If you fly up to this artificial cloud, we can see there's a portal.
This portal leads to Valhalla, which is heaven, which is Viking heaven. So you go through a tunnel, and then it leads to another portal.
Okay. Can you guys now? I don't know anything about this, so we'll maybe stop. I'm going to interview you about how you actually figured all this out, because this was quite complicated.
Faris, can you tell us what problems you had in finding the nether portal?
We didn't know which way was north or south, so we ended up going south for about 5 minutes, and then noticed we went in the wrong direction.
What strategies did you use?
We used most of the maths operations. Mostly it was maths that we had to do. Because we used dividing, subtracting most.
We used a lot of components of a compass, north, south, west, east.
When did you realise, or how did you know to use maths? Because I didn't understand what you were doing. So can you explain to me why you decided to use maths to solve this out? Because that's what I need to know.
So, one block in the nether equals 8 blocks in the real world, in the overworld.
In the real world.
And how did you discover that?
He told us.
How did you discover it first?
A lot of play.
Okay.
How did you work out the coordinates?
If we didn't have the coordinates, it would be much tougher because then we'd have to count one block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could probably go into the hundreds.
Because we went to the start of the rainbow bridge to Valhalla and saw the coordinates, and we tried to get those coordinates in the nether.
And then you used that, and you took away the bigger coordinate from the smaller coordinate, and that told you what the distance was between the 2 points.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you divided that by
8.
Ah, right. I see.
Yeah.
I see. Brilliant work. Brilliant work. And it wasn't. You told me you come out too far east or something like that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we hadn't turned the left to go to the rainbow bridge because we were just going in a straight line in the nether. So then we had to turn left, and then we went over it, and we found that we were at the rainbow bridge. So then we had to work out the distance between that nether portal and the rainbow bridge, and then we got it.
So did you have to go 8 times the distance or 1/8 the distance?
1/8.
1/8 the distance. Okay. Okay. Well done, guys. Well done. Great work. Thank you so much for showing me your Viking world. Do you want to say bye-bye?
Thank you for watching. 20 minutes long. 20 minutes long.
Thanks, everyone.